Onward!
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the stream. I am Raw Zim, and this is Against the Storm, where we have finished the lead seal, and now it looks like we're going on to the silver seal. Oh boy. Interesting. The Royal Library modifier seems neat. Yeah, we'll go for this. Yeah, we'll do the Pioneer difficulty, sure. And we shall name this settlement. I have no idea who I've named settlements after already at this point. Pretty sure I named one after you already, Achi. And Love Broken. No? That works. I vote for my starting caravan.
Damn, actually, your name gets around all settlements in all worlds, doesn't it?
I guess.
Actually, I know somebody I haven't named one after yet. Rin! The cat ta 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 ta. Meow. There. That's all the ta 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 tas that I can add.
That is a
lot of tatas.
Sadly, not enough.
Yes, you guys are a little too early. I haven't even actually started yet, and you're already trying to get in there.
Yes.
Time for eagerness.
I think we will go with veteran difficulty. And some extra eggs.
Always the eggs.
Yes.
Yes.
Always need them.
Ooh, the diverse flora effect is always fun. Ooh, I started with rich soil.
Nice.
Now, will I actually
Ooh.
get the thing I need for that?
You got a
One of
wild
the-
card, don't you? Because of the library.
Oh, true.
So you get, even if they don't choose something for you. Actually, it gets used first, sorry.
Oh, it's a one-time thing, not every time.
It's just one time.
Well,
And
that's a little
it's,
sad.
that would be a little bit broken if we got to use it every time.
Here's to new beginnings.
Hello there, dirt assassins. I am also very addicted to this game. Thank you for that follow. Dang it, I wish I could save this. Because, like, the smart thing is making sure I get, you know, a small farm or something right now. But what if I don't get it later? Or I do get it anyways, and then would like to spend that on something else, or... Ah!
I actually think that's why you get it first out you're free. So it makes you have to pay. But yeah, you have fertile soil, so it's still it's a very solid option to make sure you get that.
I'm just debating which one I want to go with. I'm thinking the plantation. Because the green is nice, but it requires a couple other buildings to actually utilize. Whereas the plantation, they can just eat the berries directly, and it gives me plant fiber.
So generally it's considered that the plantation is the best choice without taking cornerstones into account. If you take cornerstones into account, both the small farm and the garden are better.
Yeah. Well, I don't know what cornerstones I'm gonna get, so yeah, that's what I'm going with.
Or a solid choice anyway.
The only one that I really think I'd want out of this batch would be the clothier. The clothier. Because I got both humans and harpies, so having coat production would be nice. But I'll put it to a vote.
Plantation as well.
Yeah,
Which means
exactly.
you have all 5 you have the 5 you can grow.
I think alcohol's a good choice.
Fun enough here, yeah. Just got the wrong alcohol.
It's not useful. Ooh. Lumber mill, please. Lumber mill is always immediate. That's the one I want.
Interesting that's your go-to building.
What do you mean?
I'm
We
just
use
saying
so
that.
many planks.
It is a good building, though. It is. It is one I find hard to pass up.
Did somebody fall asleep?
No.
Sounds so defensive.
You're defensive.
Hmm.
Don't
Yeah,
worry.
defensive and offensive.
I'm not that relaxed while playing Mech Warrior. That said, I am a little tired, so I think I might hop off after this mission.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So Woe hates
Tired
us.
can happen.
That's just like, it's like you're abandoning us forever. Get a hold of yourself.
Goofball. I care for you guys, that is why I stay. And yet need sleep.
Okay,
I can't hang out as
fine.
Well, if you do stay, just keep your mic open so we can record your snoring.
Sleep is for the weak.
Did you get stronger?
I wouldn't agree with that one.
They say you get plenty of sleep when you're dead.
Yeah.
No, that's rest.
Yeah, no, but being low on sleep could get you closer to dead. I think anyone wants that.
Speak for yourself, I'm a millennial.
Speak for yourself, I'm on the good prescriptions.
Alrighty.
Lucky.
Sometimes.
I think I'm done with the model thing.
You. Here's me.
Bless you.
Bless you.
Be blessed.
We bring upon thee many great blessings. May you feel the utmost blessed in this time.
Okay.
Surrounded by clerics.
Whatever you're saying, man.
That'll keep you alive.
Add him to my collection. Brains.
Oh, I just had a super sappy thought.
Okay.
What's that?
I feel the most blessed to be surrounded by wonderful people like all of you.
Oh.
Excuse me.
Well, I mean, you get what you can take. Or you take what you can get.
Oh.
You wonder how the Harith would fare in the world of Against the Storm? They'd probably fare alright. They wouldn't like the water, but everything else they'd probably be alright with.
Wait,
gonna
isn't it
re-roll
like
these.
almost always raining?
It is constantly
Yeah.
raining.
The ground just has really good filtration, I guess.
Depends on whereabouts in the forest.
I mean, if they don't like water and it's raining all the time.
I would like the Lost in the Wilds one. There's the vote.
Oh.
It also depends on whereabouts in the forest. I mean, some places it's marshy, as like the marshlands.
Oh no, I became inactive.
How dare.
Oops.
Everyone became
I
inactive.
forgot to actually.
So how is it supposed to go? Supposed to go something like this.
I forgot to actually do a command. Okay, we're gonna save this.
Yeah,
one,
gotta
so-
remember to do that. Actually, I see you there.
Yeah, it was supposed to go a
coming
little
for
kind of like this. Also, model butt. Butt.
He doesn't mean that, Twitch.
What? What, model butt?
Yeah, he's just joking. He's not pointing it out. No, it's fine, Twitch.
Butt.
He's just got a stutter or something, and he just can't continue the rest of the sentence.
Wow.
Crack. Oh.
I may be aiming for the rear, but there's no reason to point it out.
That's kind of cute. Alright, I don't need that right now. I just want to see how to line up two models together. I'm aware, Cute Faith. Trust me, I've been around the block a couple of times. But thank you. I appreciate it.
No, we appreciate you.
Yeah. So there.
Yeah. Hands are tough to draw. You may need to study that for a long time. Yeah, I expect this much. That's why I was working with the hand models to try and figure them out a little bit.
I think they're considered to be the hardest piece of anatomy to draw, in some ways.
They seem to be kind of all right. I mean, there's realistically only about, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. right around 12 to 15 parts to it. If you could just line them up correctly, like, I think you're all right.
I don't know. I'd probably break it into 18 parts.
Why 18?
3 per finger and thumb, and 3 for the palm.
That's why
Well,
people
see,
like
that's
to
why I'm
go
breaking it
for-
down. I'm breaking down the 3 in the fingers into 2 because realistically, like, 2 of them can be merged together. Go ahead, you were saying?
Is this why some artists prefer to draw just paws?
Sometimes. I mean, it's
There
one
are
of the
a lot
reasons
of-
why you see Disney characters have gloves, because it's just easier to draw.
And there are a lot
Yeah, I
of
guess that's
artists that
true.
I have. There are a lot of artists that I've seen that will go out of their way to avoid drawing hands.
Yeah.
Like
I'm
their
not
hands
one
are
of them.
behind the back, or they're sitting on their hands, or it happens to be behind this thing or that thing. Like,
I'm definitely not one of them. I firmly believe, and this is actually a thing from psychology, that the tougher something is, the better you'll be able to do it later. It actually comes from a psychological experiment with baseball. If you like, I could go into it, Zim.
go for it.
Okay. So, to the audience out there, there was an experiment done within baseball whereupon they gathered two different groups of baseball players. In one group, they would just simply step up to the bat, they get ready to hit the ball, and they would be told what kind of a ball was coming at them. So like a curve ball, a straight ball, etc., etc. And they take the swing, and then they'd measure down the results of how many they were able to get. The other group, however, was not told what kind of a ball would be coming at them. At the end of the experiment, they found that while initially those who didn't know what kind of ball was coming at them had the most difficulty, over time they were able to overtake the results of the people who knew what kind of ball was coming at them, and in fact they surpassed them greatly. And later, when they observed them again, they had maintained their overtaking far better than those who had been told their score. Their score was able to be maintained a lot better than the other groups. And they surmised that is because they didn't know what kind of ball was coming at them, their brain essentially had to adapt to all of the possibilities. So it adjusted for any circumstance, as opposed to like, okay, I know a straight ball's coming. I'll simply do the practice for that. So the point of this is practice does not always make perfect. You got to have a little bit of time, and you got to challenge yourself in order to get the best results. That's why I'm firmly within the idea that I want to challenge myself, because ultimately I'm doing myself a favor in the long run by doing so. The harder the material, the better I'll understand it later.
Seems sensible.
There you go.
Yeah,
Okay.
I can agree with that to a point, but I don't know that it... Like, I agree that's 100% what happened in the baseball thing. I just don't really know how well that translates to everything else. Because in
They
baseball,
have
I can
done
see it because
experiments.
you learn
They have
how
done-
to predict
Mhm.
on your own the path of the ball. You learn the tells of the ball, the tells of the person throwing it, whereas if you already know what kind of ball's coming, you don't have to worry about any of that or learn any of that. But with drawing, there's none of that prediction or uncertainty there.
They were able to find that these results were pretty much the same in other disciplines, including such things as like studying for homework, like for tests, or for simple mechanical skills like drawing.
Okay.
Yeah, the baseball experiment is just simply the most famous of these experiments that were done to showcase this psychological phenomenon.
Probably because it's baseball.
Yeah,
More
most
or less,
likely
but-
because it's a big
Yeah.
sport. Yep.
Yeah. But yeah, seriously, if you feel stuck, if you feel like you're being challenged by something, that's actually a good thing. It means that your brain is studying it harder. It's taking more resources in order to learn it. And that means when eventually you go into your cooldown period, your brain is going to be chugging away. It's going to be putting all those little bits and pieces together. And at the end of it, it's going to come to its conclusions, and you're going to be the better off for it. In fact, something to actually take note as a little bit of a staple onto this, when is it that an individual usually peaks within their career?
Whenever they decide to.
No, not quite.
When
I
they're
have
looking through a
no-
window.
A person peaks in their career after they have learned all of the material that they need to learn that has been essentially discovered and done for their career so far. So, in other words, once they've learned all the material, their brain is still at the stage where it's putting everything together. It's finding new pathways and patterns and all that jazz. And it's able to come out with phenomena that is unique. And that is the peaking for the individual. Like they discover something new, like new math formulas or new literature, ways to do literature or art. And then they enter into a stage where, well, their brain's already put everything together, so it just kind of settles down. So anyway, this kind of differs from profession to profession. Like those that have much more harder materials, that tends to take longer for people to peak because there's so much more to take in. And for other newer disciplines, it's easier for a person to peak because there's not as much material to retain and to take in. Psychology is a good example of that because it hasn't been around for very long.
Geez, sounds like I'll never peak then. Nothing stays the same long enough for me to.
Well, you're looking at it like you have to literally learn everything, but that's not the case. You just have to learn enough for your brain to put things together.
Yeah, I'm in tech support. For a company, internal IT, so every call is something entirely different.
Mm-hmm.
And the process changes monthly, so...
And why do you think it changes monthly?
I don't know.
Because new things are being discovered by people who are having their brains put these things together. They're learning the material, their brains are finding the patterns, and they come up with the new things which then get cycled out to everybody else. Like, that stuff isn't just simply coming out of the blue.
Actually, I can tell you why it changes monthly for me. It's because the people they have testing the tools that we're implementing in the stores are store operations who have no IT knowledge or experience. So the QA is essentially non-existent until it hits the stores, and then they're calling us, and then we have to go back through, and everything has to keep changing to catch up with what should have been done before it ever went to deployment.
Mm-hmm.
And then before we finish with that, they're deploying something else new. And then something else new.
Okay.
And then, oh, look, our contract with this expired, so rather than renew that, we're going to go with this because it's cheaper.
Well, that sounds like a business issue. That's not necessarily a, hey, I've learned my profession, I'm discovering new things, I'm outputting new results.
Right.
So I think I get what you're trying to say, but in a way it also doesn't really relate to what we're talking about.
That's why I say on mine, because from my point of view, I don't have to worry about all that stuff. I mean, yes, that's why it keeps changing, but from my point of view, regardless of why it's changing, so that's why I was saying I probably will never peak then.
Thank you for the follow, Mr. Saggy. Welcome to the channel. I hope you enjoy your stay.
Duke. I enjoy these interesting conversations we get into.
Well, at least on my end, I mean, I was in school for several years for a reason. I picked up a thing or two.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, I love psychology. Heck, my bedtime stories growing up as a toddler were my mom's psych books. Because she was a psych nurse.
Mm-hmm.
A steadfast
and she was going to
supporter.
college.
Thank you for that follow, Mr. Saggy.
Honestly, if I hadn't gone into IT, it probably would have been psychiatry or psychology, I mean.
Yeah. Kieran actually raises a good point. Psychology has a very short half-life. Yep, and there's a reason for it. It's because it's still being discovered. It's still being figured out. It's still... New things are always being revealed, and old things are being superseded by the new information. Psychology is an incredibly recent branch of science, and as such, it is still in the process of, hey, we're figuring things out.
It is
So
also
honestly,
an
if you want to make a name for
incredibly-
yourself, psychology is the way to do it.
Yeah, it's also an incredibly, I'm not entirely sure the correct word, but like in-depth or deep form of it, because it has a lot of nuances and details, whereas like physics is physics, you know?
Guys,
It's-
real quick, I would like group 2, please. Go on.
Yeah, it's physics is going to be the same regardless of who the subject is or what object the
Mhm.
subject is. The same laws are going to apply to it. However, not everybody's brain works the same. So psychology has a whole lot more variability in there.
But there's enough stuff that works the same that, you know, certain averages can be figured out amongst the population as a whole. Like,
Oh yeah,
everyone's brains more or less operates on the same kind of chemical language translations, for example.
Yep.
You know, so we're slowly starting to chip away at it, but there is a reason why the brain is considered the black box of the human body. Things go in, something happen, and behaviors come out, and we don't know why that is. We don't know how we can manipulate the chemicals in such a way to determine certain behaviors or certain outcomes just yet. We're slowly figuring it out, but we're essentially just cavemans banging rocks together trying to figure out which ones are going to make a spark right now.
And then trying to figure out why these rocks make a spark when we're over here and not when we're over there.
Mm-hmm.
I would like
That's one of the reasons why medications are so weird.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of us here on the autistic spectrum.
I am off the scale ADHD personally.
That's a pretty common one.
Yeah, not a bad thing. ADHD was useful back in the day when, like, with persistent hunting and watching out for predators and stuff like that, but it definitely is not something that's very useful in today's day and age where you have to be stuck in front of a computer all day doing work.
It was not useful for me in school either. I spent the entire year of 3rd grade in in-school suspension because of it.
Mm-hmm. I was pretty lucky. I have. Go ahead.
What's up, New Year's?
Unlike me, who was as a autistic Sean, in primary school and high school, early high school, it was the crowning glory of my life.
There's a lot of overlap between autism and ADHD. There is. That's why it takes a trained professional to be able to tell the difference between the two. And why historical data is very important when it comes to autism.
For me, the psychiatrist that that diagnosed me, she met me, and apparently, like she had written. So she met me in my sophomore year of high school. And that first session, she wrote down that I possibly had autism, and it wasn't until near the end of senior year where she, because I was going to her monthly, and she was helping me with the ADHD stuff. And that was and she just, she was like, yeah, I had done some behaviors and stuff that kind of confirmed it at that point. And I went in and was talking about the stuff that I was doing and whatnot. And she's like, yeah, you've got autism. And I'm like, really? Yeah, I knew it from the start. And she literally reached into her cabinet and pulled out her session notes from the first time that she met with me and was like, possible autism. And I'm like, oh. Okay.
Yeah.
Of course.
It's actually pretty easy to pick up to a trained professional, but that's still why we have to make sure, because we could be looking at a few other things, including like co-occurring disorders.
I know with her, she had a waiting list to get in to see her a freaking mile long.
She was good at what she did.
Oh yeah, I went into that first session and I still remember just feeling like I was just this open book that she was just casually reading.
Yep.
Yeah, that's how I've had a few clients tell me that that's how they feel when I'm working with them.
Also, New Year's, I have gotten very lucky. I broke it into 4 glades, and all 4 of them have had a geyser, and I have 1 of each type of geyser.
Someone could be going rain.
Yeah, I think I'm going rain punk. Just a bit.
Kind of, Christoph's. ADHD is a lot more than just simply ooh shiny, though. It goes way deeper than that. Rejection sensitive dysphoria, for example, is an issue with it. Like, for example, if I experience rejection, yeah, I have ADHD, even in a small form, it can lay me out for a few days.
Yeah.
That's one of the reasons why after Zim snapped at me, I had to take some time alone for a while.
6 months.
Sorry again.
For
Yeah,
1 rejection.
It's alright, Zim. I don't blame you.
I also have 3 freaking encampments.
Another big one for me was that my temper when I'm unmedicated and my filter. Like, I get abrasive as can be and don't even realize it. And you need a microscope to find my temper's fuse.
Love Broken, if you ever want to know what I need, just simple global, that global resolution or whatever it is always useful. Hello there, Seamus. How are ya?
Anyway, this is where I get off for now. And
Mer?
I've got a store to go to and some card games to play.
Alright, have fun.
Yeah,
have fun.
Enjoy.
Thank you. I might catch you after I get back. I don't know.
Take care.
To Seamus.
Oh, I'm doing all right, Seamus.
Time frame, you can't really be given ADHD. It's got a heavy genetic component to it. It's more or less something you're born with.
What do you mean? You can't get it from getting vaccinated?
No, you can't get it from being vaccinated. Well, you're probably talking about time frame is information overload. Something, how best to say it? Something that we have in today's day and age, because there is a lot of information that's constantly being pushed in front of our faces, on our phones, on our computers, even in our just daily working lives. And our brains and our bodies, unfortunately, have not evolved to the point where we can keep up with that kind of stuff. So more or less, our technology has evolved farther and faster than we ourselves have biologically evolved. That's why if you want to keep away from those feelings of being overwhelmed or pressured, you got to get away from the information flow for a bit. You have to set down that phone, get away from the computer, go read a book, go do literally anything else that isn't just, hey, I'm just going to crunch all this information into you and hope for the best.
And as far as taking away ADHD, you never lose it. You learn to cope with it better, but you never actually get rid of it.
I would like the Weaver, please. Though, actually...
Another fun side effect of it that I've found... Whoop, go ahead.
Actually, any of these three would be really nice. Just not the tavern, guys. That's the only one I don't want. Jaffer! Hi, Jaffy.
Hello,
and hey
Jaffer.
there, Erica.
Oh, hi, Jaffer.
And hello there, Eric. How are you?
Yeah, the other interesting side effect that amuses me is how caffeine seems to have the opposite effect on many of us with ADHD.
It's mostly because we have a depletion. So
Yeah.
when we are ironically given stimulants, it fills our reserves and brings us up to where we need to be.
Mm-hmm. Like, it actually makes me tired. Unless I drink a lot of it.
Mm-hmm. Because then you're getting the proper messages you need.
Mm-hmm.
You know, which maybe I'll make some coffee. I should also message my doctor and let her know that I need more medication. Mm-hmm.
I really want these perks, but I can't afford them.
I have a note. Somebody has messaged.
So, Zim, I have a question.
42.
Well, yes, but I was looking for a more specific answer. You're not wrong, but the doodle page, groceries, is that a goal to draw groceries on a page, or?
So Doodle Page is just you guys, going forward for tips, you guys are going to get on a Doodle Page, just like the two that we completed earlier this week. That's just, the goal is for groceries. Because food is expensive.
Alright. I'll be right back.
It is, you are correct.
Okay. So, yeah. Basically, you guys tip the channel, and you'll get on the next Doodle Page when we do it, which will probably be Thursday.
I see.
Been self-medicating with caffeine since middle school? For what exactly, cat lover?
So, I can self-medicate with caffeine. I've used it as a replacement for my meds a couple of times when I've run out, but my problem is I need so much of it that it is a very fine line between me at normal and caffeine jitters.
Rank up. Hold the line. This hamlet shall not
Guess
fall.
that means you're
Wosteam
Heading out,
underscore
Wo.
oil raided my stream with 4 viewers.
Alright, well, sleep well. Thank you so much for that raid. Also, I have no idea who did Kenku's icon.
Oh, the icon I have is done by Fox and a Wolf.
Okay. Yes, Foxena. They asked
Oh.
if it was Foxena.
Yep. It was a. Yeah. I ran by. I pop in streams every so often. Anyway.
Pat the Kenku.
Bats.
The Kenku is a good bean.
How was I not following Woe yet?
I don't know, but how dare you?
That's rude. I have rectified this oversight.
Damn well better have.
I did.
Might have to, sick someone on ya.
Oh?
I don't know where I was going with that, but yes, definitely.
Yeah, I was thinking that sounds potentially interesting.
Good night, Wostein.
Yeah, night, Woe.
So, cat lover,
Sleep well.
something very important is do not try to self-diagnose.
Yeah.
And don't use the internet or anything else. You gotta have a trained professional. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. That is the only way you're going to actually know on those kinds of things.
And you gotta let the trained professional do their job. They know it better than you and better than the internet, I promise.
I think
Cat lover? What's up?
So I think I'm getting sleepy as well. I'm thanks for the company and the chat and for inviting me for convoying and ATS.
Hey, thank you for joining. You make it a lot more
Sleep
fun.
well.
Good night.
Cat lover, you can say bullshit all you want, but that is very much a fact. We're gonna put a park here. A happy little park. I really enjoy having such a nice variety of materials from just the trees. Alright, coats. Yeah, just that. Water skins. Yeah, we'll allow that. What was the other one this can produce?
I'm gonna grab some water and I will be ready again.
Okay.
Okie dokie.
Is it smoky?
Thankfully not. I think Canada stopped burning.
Oh my god! Right on back!
Huh?
You can't just say stuff like that!
Why not? It's in the news. They talk about it.
I don't know, I kind of like it when my state's on fire because it makes it cooler here.
Okay.
Which is really ironic that, you know, fire makes the temperatures lower here, but you know.
Hey, as long as
whatever floats.
as long as it's still under control and it's not not taking the going crazy. More power.
I mean, yeah, that's fair. But even if it goes crazy, it's not really a me problem. Because I don't think it could physically get to where I'm at. I'm in the middle of the desert. There's not really brush or anything leading up here. It would have to carry in the air a long ways to catch anything near me.
With that stuff, it definitely would require having like monsoon overgrowth, which sadly is what they're talking about with Joshua Tree Park right now. But yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like the other day I checked Google Maps and oh, half the state was on fire. I'm like, huh, okay, I didn't even know that. Good to know.
So, I will, yeah, what you say does make sense, Lobaron. Personally, I would still disagree a bit. More in the realm of, narrowing down what doctor you should go to is very valuable, but at the same time, you go to a nose doctor and they're going to tell you that your problem is with the nose. You go to an eye doctor and the problem's with an eye, or with your eye. I would say go to in particular, like your family doctor.
General care physician or family doctor, yeah. Always start there, and then they determine where it is and refer you to the right specialist.
Not to mention, most insurance companies require that you have a referral before you go to a specialist.
Also, don't fall for the trap of urgent care.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I went to urgent care 5 times, I think it was, for the same symptoms over the course of about a year. And I got diagnosed with everything from heartburn to some rare disease that only affects post-menopausal women.
Huh?
Which I am none of those things. So, and yeah, finally I went to the general care physician family doctor, and because the symptoms got so bad I couldn't even drink water without throwing it back up. And yeah, that call after they got my blood test results, I never expected to hear a doctor literally ask me, "How are you not dead?" But there it happened, and I'm like, what? He'd never seen blood results as bad as mine. I had all kinds of gallstones, apparently.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. What was supposed to be like a 30-minute surgery scoping to get it out ended up being 3.5 hours because I had so much scarring built up in there that every time they touched anything, it bled.
Urgent care has its place, but it is for something that is more, something that you can't wait for your regular doctor for. But otherwise, in general, it's more, you go to urgent care if you're worried about it being something you need to get looked at immediately, and then you follow up with your regular doctor.
Mm-hmm.
7, 8, 9.
It also seems to depend on which urgent care and stuff you go to.
Ooh, I like that, Lobaron. Rin the cute ta 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 to.
6, 7, 8, 9.
And hi, Loberon.
Yes, we have been
Good to
graced
see
by
you again.
by the Rin's presence. By the way, Kerr will be doing FNAF next on Monday.
Woohoo! That's one of my days off.
6, 7, 8.
A semi-nap, I see. I do cat naps all the time. They break my mom's brain. It's hilarious.
Either one of these groups would be good, guys. Is it raining?
Alright. That's more evidence to such. I'm tired. I'll talk to you guys later. Gonna call it a night.
You as
Good
well.
night,
Thank you for
Kenku.
stopping by.
Good night, Kenku. Hopefully you don't wind up a shallot.
I mean, I'd be a shale, but definitely not a shallot.
You look like a very tasty shallot.
Agreed. That was a useful vote.
How many times did the Nuggy crash? I don't know. We lost track.
6.
I would like large baskets. That would be very useful.
Four, 5, 7.
What are you counting? Bygone?
Wait a second.
Okay.
I'm counting out lines that I have to superimpose. It's the exercise I'm doing.
Oh.
So if you look on my stream, I'm tracing over a line, and I have to do it 8 times. It's supposed to teach me to use my whole arm, as opposed to just my wrist or my elbow.
Ah.
What is the Nuggy? The Nuggy is Avalios.
Yeah. Valios, see?
Because Avali Nuggies.
You wish you had learned this in art class? Well, this is literally just the foundations. We're not going to get to anything fancy for a good while.
For those that are here, I would like the brick oven. It would be the most useful out of these options. Because all of my people that I have in this village are happy with pie. So let's let them eat pie. So, Rin, what have you been up to on your stream? Just Zomboid?
No, I've been playing Per Aspera lately.
Isn't that a city builder?
Kinda, yeah. It's a colony builder. You terraform Mars. You play as a AI
Neat.
AI overseer thing. And you gotta terraform it and then colonize it and stuff. That's actually got a pretty neat storyline too, and lore.
Cool. Glad you've been having fun with it.
Yeah. Yeah, I bought it years ago, like 3 years ago, and it's been installed the whole time and I just never played it until now.
Oh, I'm familiar with those problems.
Yep, tell me about it. What?
It's also fully voiced too, which I found surprising. And they did a really good job of it too. Yeah, I kinda got a little bit burned out on Zomboid. Played it way too much for too long.
Hear that. When you take art class in high school, you were never taught any drawing techniques. You were just asked to interpret art like a Native American totem. Oh, they were probably teaching you art history as opposed to actual, like, art. When I took an art class, like, we did some art, but it was very basic stuff, like, this is second perspective, this is third perspective, or whatever you call them.
When I took art classes in school, yeah, they taught us the perspectives and a little bit of art history, and then they skipped all of this super basic stuff like you're doing now, the superimposing and all that, and basically went into the this is how you draw a head, this is how you draw this, and I think it would have been a lot more helpful for me if they taught me how to draw a line before how to draw a head, you know?
Mm-hmm. You took art in school, you couldn't focus on anything? Yeah, it happened. I'd be distracted if it wasn't for my medication, I'm sure.
Same. And yeah, Seamus, that was more than 20 years ago for me too.
Yeah, fuck you all.
I'm an old fart.
Oh, yeah, I can already
Positively
deliver
ancient
that.
by VTuber standards, it seems like.
Oh, I know, right? I would like either the herbalist camp or the trappers camp, guys. Actually, give me the trappers camp. Looking at what's available on the world, yeah, trappers camp would be best.
Trap camp it is.
I don't know, some people insist that once you hit 30, you have to leave the furry fandom, and I'm like, nah, I'm gonna stay here until I'm dead.
So, funny story. Well, slightly funny. Growing up, like when I was a little kid, like from the age of 10, I just somehow got it in my head that I was only gonna live to be 30, and then that's just when I would die of old age or something, I don't know. But yeah. Well, I hit 30 quite a while ago, and I'm still going, but yeah. So now I'm just saying, I expected to be dead by 30, so every day after that is a pleasant surprise.
Very nice. I suppose that's one way to look at it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, technically I'm supposed to be a gray muzzle in the fandom now, and it's just like, well, I guess. I don't feel that old, though. Yeah, this is actually something that I learned. This is why I'm drawing now, even though I'm 30, and it's going to be a bit tougher for me to do so than for the youngins. Because, and this is something I tell my clients from time to time, time is going to pass whether you like it or not. You might as well do it pursuing the kind of things you actually want to do anyway.
True.
So, like, just because it's going to be tough or hard or you don't have time, those are all excuses. Pursue it. Time is going to pass. And then before you know it, you're going to be 80 and you're going to regret it. You're going to say, man, I really wish I knew how to draw, or man, I really wish I wrote that book, or I took that class or something.
I mean, with my genetics, when I'm 80, I probably won't even remember my own name, let alone regret anything.
Then I'd say pursue the stuff that you want to pursue now while you can.
Yeah. I guess I might. The only close-ish family member that survived long enough to hit that age was my grandma, and she got dementia really bad by 80 and passed away a few years back. It just went downhill really fast for her.
That's dementia for you.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Better not let it happen to you.
Yeah,
I'll hunt you down.
I don't really know how I could stop it from happening to me. I mean, it's just age happens, Unless I'm gonna go do something stupid and gruesome that Twitch would not approve of. And
Okay,
neither would
chat.
I.
Do you think this counts as a full page? Have I finished my superimpose?
I don't know. I can still see some white space there, Rygon.
I ain't covering everything.
I could still see a lot of white space there.
Yeah, I can still see more white space than not, man.
Loberon says they think so. I'm gonna go with Loberon.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I agree. I don't really see enough white space in the same area that you could do another line, really.
Yeah.
So,
It's alright. They'll have me do more of these exercises in the future, so.
Yep.
Meh.
and really, I think it's more if you feel like you've gotten everything out of it rather than if we think it's a full page. Oh, you're being attacked. Yeah, you were also pelted by a bunch of things.
Oh crap! I
And
need
let's take a look at the
flour.
drawbacks.
I'm too far away from my monitor to tell what they were right now, because I'm laying down on the couch, but...
You sometimes wonder if
So-
dementia is the brain dying of old age. No, dementia is actually unnatural.
Did you just say it's unnatural?
Yippers. It's not a natural. It's not a part of the natural aging process.
Yeah. Yeah, it's some form of disease, I guess, but not really disease.
Yippers. It's the same thing with Alzheimer's. Alzheimer's, a lot of people think like, oh, Alzheimer's is an old person thing. It's just what happens. And no, that's not the case.
No,
The
you can
mind,
get
while it
Alzheimer's
does
at
naturally
30.
decline over time, does not simply just, it's not inevitable that it just goes into dementia or into Alzheimer's. You can actually maintain a fairly high functioning mind for quite a long time, up until cellular death. So such diseases, they're unnatural. They're not part of the natural aging process.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it's like some kind of a a breakdown that causes the chemicals to not be produced properly or received properly in the brain, right?
I'm not going to make a statement because I don't actually know it that well. I only covered it like surface level in my studies. All that I know is that it's not natural, and I think you might be right, but I'm not going to confirm or deny otherwise.
Fair enough. Yeah, most
have
of
to
what
look
I
it
know
up
about
again.
it is from drug commercials
Yeah.
on the TV.
I mean, I'm pretty sure Alzheimer's is like a fatty buildup in the neurons, if I recall.
Yeah.
And they're not sure on why that happens. They're getting closer and closer to figuring it out, but they're still not like solid on this is exactly how it goes, sort of thing.
Dang, your brain gets too thick.
Alright, we're gonna move you over here. Get you started towards chopping into that. Let's mark these trees. So we can go kick out Achi, who's currently poisoning all my food.
And that's not bad, Wolstein. That's a part of the natural process of life. As a conscious being, you are making decisions, and you are seeing how those decisions play out. It's only natural for you to modify your perspective based upon the events around you and your own circumstances, as well as your own interpretation of those circumstances.
True. But I thought you were going to bed, Whoa.
Oh, that's
Like
just
an hour
woe.
ago.
Not an
Oh,
hour,
okay.
but that's just standard woe.
Oh, okay.
Just because
They'll
they're
say-
considered degenerative, Loberon, does not mean that they're natural.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a degenerate, and I'm perfectly natural.
No, what I'm pretty sure degenerative means is that they get worse over time. You see
Yeah.
the same thing with schizophrenia. Schizophrenia is considered a degenerative disease as well.
Yeah.
Why
That's
did
the
you think I was
opposite
a
of
zombie?
regenerative. Oh, yeah, eating is good, though I hear it's bad to eat right before bed.
Well,
I
yeah, I
do
mean,
it
think about
anyways.
it. If you eat right before bed, your body goes through a lot of chemical processes, which means that the brain is, staying active in order to maintain these processes. And guess what? That means it's more likely for you to stay awake or for you to have dreams that you may not want to have.
Also, because you tend to put on more weight because your body is not actually burning the calories that you just put in it, so it has to store them.
I don't know anything about that, but maybe.
Yeah, and also it can cause heartburn.
Breaking down in an unnatural way. I suppose that's one way to look at it, Lobron. So you're essentially saying what I just said, just in a slightly different way. Fine, Lobron. Nothing to apologize for.
Then again, it also kind of depends on how you define natural, too.
That food comas are bad for your health? No, food comas are a natural part of the digestive cycle.
Yes, that is
They're
true.
predators. Whether people want to believe it or not, human beings are predators. So when we eat a lot of food, it's natural for us to go into a stasis like, I don't know, biological program, if you will, in order for us to properly digest the food.
Once you pass a certain point of food, anyway, because if you get too full, exercising is not good for you. Like if you just have a snack and exercise, it's fine. But if you eat until you're about ready to pop, then going out and exercising is not the best idea.
Yeah, you risk internal injury.
Yep. So your body tries to protect itself by saying, no, you really don't want to exercise right now. You want to take a nap instead.
Hey, guys on the council, I really need some tails, please.
Time frame. Being a predator and an omnivore are not mutually exclusive.
That is correct. Now, herbivore, maybe, but omnivore, no.
You could technically be a predatory herbivore.
Wrong
How
spelling,
so?
Jaffer.
Well, think about it. You're eating
Jaffer.
something else alive in order to maintain yourself. Just because it's not exactly running away does not mean that it's not predatory behaviors to a certain extent.
I suppose.
I need group 2, please, guys.
Jaffer, you read my mind. That is exactly where my mind went when he said that.
Yeah,
Oh, I know
Laurent, we
you
are
guys.
persistence predators. We're very unique. Human beings are very unique in that capacity. The idea that we can just walk our prey down until eventually it just gives up and dies.
Oh, that reminds me of a story that I read about. It was a sci-fi story, just a little short story thing, but it was great about aliens invading and like they outclass us in tech and everything, and then we revert to, the tribal ways and just hunt them down as they run away. We just keep catching up eventually.
Hey, guys. I would like Woodcutter's Prayer, please. I actually don't have any fuel right now, so might as well. Ow, why?
Might as well.
Yep. And it just expounded on just putting yourself in the aliens' perspective and just how heckin' terrifying that would be.
Joke.
It's also part of what makes the whole zombie thing so scary. Because they're like us, they're persistence predators, and they don't get tired. Oh, you like dry heat? You should live where I do. All we have is dry heat. I have to have 2 air conditioners running because it's been too dry heat outside.
I hate dry heat.
I'd rather that than wet heat.
Yeah.
Or,
I
yeah, sorry, that's what I meant to say, is that I prefer dry heat over humidity.
Yeah. Yeah, humidity just makes everything feel sticky and you can't really cool down, and it makes it about the same temperature in the shade as the sun.
Okay, we got coal deposit, lots of stuff, fertile soil, yay! And an ancient shrine.
Yeah, I'm in Arizona, so I'm your neighbor, whoa.
I don't have any of that, any of those resources. Oh no. I really wanted to loot that, but... Oh, I don't have the resources for that either. Fuck!
I don't know, I've kind of ruined my temperature tolerance living here and being so lazy. Like, I used to have a much larger range of temperature that I was cool, or that I was comfortable in, but now it's only like 4 degrees. Like, from 70 to 74, I'm comfortable. Below 70 and I'm cold, above 74 and I'm hot.
Orm drives me crazy because he's constantly accusing me of trying to freeze him, and I'm like, dude, you are only comfort. Anything below 90 degrees is cold to you.
Jesus. Yeah, it's funny, when I first moved down here, I grew up in northwest Iowa, and then I moved down here in the winter, and like right around Thanksgiving time. And yeah, I was running around in t-shirt and shorts and sleeping with the window open and stuff, and I'm like, this is great. And then a couple of years later, I'm like, God, it gets cold in the winter, what the heck?
Okay, we gotta fill 1 page with ghosted lines exercise, huh?
Ghosted lines?
Yeah, we'll see what this is about. Screen capture.
Oh, really, game? Ugh.
I didn't do it. You can't prove it. It was like that when I got here.
Mm-hmm.
There were no witnesses.
I witnessed it. I saw what you did.
I would never, unless it's a good thing, then always.
Oh, well, no. That one's gotten far better rewards, at least. Except I still gotta get the resources together for it. before it decides to kill 5 random villagers. And my fire's gone out. Oh, I'm not having a good time right now. Things are going very, very wrong. Very, very fast. They're gonna be leaving anyways, might as well. Go rob them. Oh, those aren't gonna... Oh, fudge. Okay, you work in there. You go over here. You guys get favored. There. We kept them from leaving. And our food is plummeting very, very, very rapidly. Go finish that off. Yeah, we got room for people to join the Council of Elders.
Yeah.
Please. I need the help. Rin, go join.
No.
Duke. Okay, we're gonna remove you and remove you. For now. Wait, where did my insects go? Oh, they're using them for... Oh, fudge. Oh, wait, they got so much stuff in here. Jaffer, I need help. You're joining the Forest Guardians. Their whole thing is hindering. Not the council. No, you're good. No, you automatically leave if you don't do something fast enough.
That's why I don't join terribly often, because I exist in a state of semi-lurky.
Ah.
Joke.
Yeah, the Forest Guardians have a different set of commands that they can use from the Council of Elders. Forest Guardians hinder, Council of Elders help.
I gotta pawn some of this stuff.
Where do I have harpies working? Here? Yes. Oh, but that doesn't work because we don't have that built. Fuck. Oh wait, we can do this. Do that. And this. That'll help, maybe? No. Ugh.
Row.
We'll do this one because we'll guarantee to get those eventually. Ooh, this would be useful. And we've got the stone. Go break that open. Oh, that's done. Cool. Why is my lizard resolve low? Okay, I'm gonna remove you two from that. And you two go deal with this. Oh, jeez. "21 seconds left on this. Come on. Just hang out a little longer, guys." Oh, one of my lizards is definitely leaving. Yay! Oh, and of course it didn't do that until after somebody left. You go in there. What do you got? Noctowl use the sleep talk? Rykon? Rin?
What's up?
Yes.
Oh, you guys just went silent on me.
No.
I was
tired.
worried. You're always tired.
I was distracted
Sorry.
by cat.
Sorry that I'm always tired. It's because my body doesn't work right.
It's because you're a productive adult, productive member of society.
How dare you?
You are just a wonderful member of society, Zim. May or may not be productive, but you're wonderful.
Oh, I'm definitely not productive. I'm just some random Marten that somebody decided to give a microphone to.
As one does.
Literally,
I mean,
my
what else
first
do you do with
microphone was a
random
gift.
Martins?
Oh, I need that provisioner, please. The provisioner would be very, very much needed. Then I can actually use the small farm and produce flour to then produce pie to then hopefully have my people not hate me. Yay! Oh, and then I get the rain mill that's even better at producing flour. Do I re-roll or do I No, I'm gonna re-roll. None of the other stuff it'll give me is good enough.
Okay.
No real preference on this. Maybe the carpenter. Carpenter's probably the most useful on that. Pat the Rykon.
No.
Well, yes, Chrysops. Because you're worth it. Apparently I have a wild Noctowl in my chat that we need to throw Pokeballs at. Really? The bathhouse? Oh, you guys are pervs.
I mean, my mind needs a periscope just to see the gutter, so...
Alright, get the farm in here. Farm fields. Mark these trees for cutting down. Actually, we're just gonna go this route. We're just gonna make a path through these trees.
Rank up. Hold the line. This hamlet shall not fall.
Hello there,
Belrog.
Belrog.
My stream with 1 viewers.
Hello, Belrog. Thank you very much for that raid. How was your stream? Oh shit. Hey, no worries about a small raid.
Hold the line. This hamlet shall not fall.
Kitsumo Moki raided my stream with 2 viewers.
Kitsu! Hello there, Kitsu Momoki. How are you, and how is the rest of your stream? But yeah, seriously, never feel bad about a small raid. That's okay. I don't mind. Well, I guess I might as well pick up some tea. Because you guys decided that I had to have frickin' the frickin' bathhouse, apparently. Momaki? What?
Alright, now people are talking again.
Well, yes, I am. Or did I say something? What?
No, Discord was acting up on me. Everyone was
Oh.
so quiet, I was saying hello and nobody was responding.
Because we couldn't hear you.
Yeah.
Yeah. He said it was acting up.
How dare it?
Yeah. Oh.
Duke,
Oh.
I hear you. You are heard. You are treasured. You are friend. Why is this so low? Oh, right, it's because of that. But that's almost done. They could just stop leaving for a moment. We'll be okay. Okay, we're not okay.
We're never okay. Or are we?
We're never okay unless we are.
Yeah.
One of my lizards left.
Kill him.
They already left.
Kill him harder.
Well, I now have all the types of water I need.
Okay, I got another bit of homework I gotta do. I gotta do the ghosting method. Gotta fill up a page with ghosts. And by that I mean lines.
Alright, we're gonna move you guys over here as well, because I wanted to get that hooked up ASAP. I'll tell you hypnosis! Oh my. Alright, housing, big shelter.
We're gonna watch somebody who's like who had a year of our progress. We'll see what this happens.
Actually. Sorry, we're having issues with our lizards. I'm gonna build some lizard houses. And then this one's one more comfort, 4 aesthetics. Okay. I am not eating the lizard. So, how was your stream, by the way? Sorry, I got a little distracted. I am having a rough time with this particular map right now. How was your stream, Kitsu, and how was yours, Belrog? You guys have lots of fun? I hope so. Salamander are tasty. I will take your word for it. I do not want to partake. I'll stick to my standard foods, thank ya. Tanning racks, please. Oh, I would love some poutine. Back in Utah, there was this one, like, trendy hipster place that I would go to occasionally where, to smoke hookah. And they had some poutine there. Oh, it was so good. Though for them, my favorite version that they had was like a kind of a sausage, gravy, and biscuits kind of variety. Still the fries, still the gravy, But it had bits of sausage and, of course, cheese. Well, I'm sure you guys know which batch you gotta give me from this. The one that gives the eggs. And then there's Rin. Rin the cutie. The cute-ta-ta-ta-to. I have no idea what either of those are, Seamus. Two traditional Quebec meals, both are very delicious. Ah. Still not very familiar with them myself, but nice. Move this here. And we're gonna build another warehouse right here. Oh, I still don't know what those are. I just basically repeated what you said, like, huh. Kinda. Because, yeah, I don't know what those are, so... Yeah, that's the spot that I want this. Where do I want to put the plantation here? I think I might put the plantation there.
Joke.
You guys move over here. And clear out that and that first. No, love broken, come back! My love has been broken, shattered into millions of pieces. We will spend 10 wood to get 30 wood. Rin! Levrokin, you're back! Hooray! Rawr. Le rawr. Wait, Loboron, why would you even put that out there? RZ!
RZ, good to see you. Oh,
The
that's
RZ
wrong
is a
clip
good
studio.
beam.
Yes, RZ is a good beam.
Joke.
There we go. How is all? I'm good. Just doing some drawing exercises. Just trying to get better.
I am doing well as well, RZ. How are you? Give me back my clothes!
No. You have gotten Baldur's Gate 3. I hope you have a lot of fun with it. Let's get some music back up. I hope you have a fantastic time. Seven things you should never do with your money. Probably spending a lot of money on TF commissions is probably one of them. I wonder if I'll have enough to eat. Decided peeking before finishing your first character creation? Oh, heck yeah! What kind of character are you making? Blue Dragon Sorcerer of the Silver Draconic Bloodline. Just something that I like. Oh, nice. So he's going to be like a blue steel dragon.
Steals the
honest,
dragon.
I mean, I've always enjoyed the Dragonborns way more. Like, sure, you could be a boring human, but what if Dragonborn?
What if anything other than human?
Oh my goodness.
What is it?
I looked away for a few minutes and looked back and Zim's naked.
Oh my
Yes,
gosh.
people keep... Well, no, I am not naked.
Zim, what the fudge? There's people here.
Look. I think that works.
I am looking. That's the problem.
I still have shorts.
Oh, okay. Well, that's fine then. You're still wearing your underpants.
Yeah.
Well, exactly, Loberon. That's why I'm not a big fan of like fantasy races, because they're just not unique enough, you know? Oh, this is an elf, they are just graceful human. Oh, this is a dwarf, they are just stout human. Both are kind of racist, just like humans. And humans, ironically, are like the non-racial one, except when they are.
Mm-hmm. Well, you see, the thing I've learned about most of them are they're made to exaggerate and exemplify certain aspects of humans. Like elves are supposed to be the beauty and haughtiness, and dwarves are the opposite of that. And
Yeah.
but they all are made to just embody and exemplify certain individual aspects.
Rawr.
Hello, RZ.
RZ! Pat, 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 pat,
Oh,
pat, 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 pat,
you're
pat,
not
pat,
here
pat,
anymore.
pat, 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 pat.
Oh no, it's just not working.
That's
What's not
a lot of
working?
pats.
Oh, wait, I need to fix it because otherwise I'm just having a giant. I need to get rid of my background frame. Give me just a moment for that.
Ah, you're a square.
Yeah, I know. I'm going to fix that. Give me a moment.
Gee,
I need.
he's okay.
Need. There. Yes. Done. Ta-da! See, better. Slightly.
Oh, yeah, there it is.
You know what my favorite fantasy race is?
The backseat.
No.
Cat.
The Skaven.
Oh yes, the Skaven are great.
They actually feel like a proper fantasy race that is their own thing and not just simply retextured humans. Unless they're furry, so they're not like human at all. Ah, here we go. Here's a good meme. I enjoyed receiving this out-of-office email. I am on annual leave. If your issue is urgent, please either reevaluate your idea of urgent or consider whether email is an appropriate means to contact an anesthesiast in an emergency. Thank you.
It's really not.
Guardian. Interesting.
Email is not an urgent priority thing, ever.
I need a guardian.
Well, time frame, of course the Haritha are one of my favorites. Like, I designed them after all. Of course they're going to be a favorite for me, but it's kind of a... What do you call it? Fuck, what do you call it? It's kind of like a cop-out if I choose them over, you know, literally anything else.
True. I also have my own fantasy race, but I never choose them as one of my favorites, even though they are, because it just feels dirty.
I command pure chaos! Kinda.
Wostein_oil has turned Azidu into a Noctowl. They can only talk like that Pokemon for 2 minutes.
Alright, Ghosted Lines. Let's do this.
A Durgowl.
Damn, I'm not getting there.
I require chocolate.
Wow.
Chocolate? You mean... Cocoa?
Kit Kats, to be precise.
So how you doing, Arcee? It's been a little bit since I've seen you.
I've been doing fine.
That's good. Anything you need help with?
No, not necessarily. Not that I can think of. Oh, yeah, you need to better step.
Oh, God's help. I touched the cat while I was getting up and she farted.
What?
Well, Stein, I will send that card back to you since it wasn't actually followed.
I'm just bad at doing those because I don't like. Plus, it felt like Rygo was asking a very important question.
Oh.
Give me a moment, everybody. I am doing some administrative things real quick.
Oh, administrative. Oh, shooting.
So, what is a ghosted line?
A ghosted line is when I put down 2 points and I pretend to draw a line between them. And then I draw an actual line. It's a way to help break down the act of drawing a line into 3 steps: setup, preparation, and execution. And it's supposed to help me with my line drawing.
Mm.
I just suck at it.
I too am bad at drawing lines. I can't draw a straight line with a ruler.
Embrace the darkness.
Sirio Khan wishes to unleash the shadow.
That I can definitely do.
Slight curve to it. I'm just supposed to do a page of these.
Also, pro tip that I got from another artist friend. Make sure you're turning the canvas, not your head and arm.
Yeah, I don't know how to do that in an efficient manner.
Well, turning your head and arm will cause you pain. So...
Oh, I'm not turning my arm or head at all.
Oh, okay.
Rygon.
Good.
Considering
What's up?
some of the subjects that come up on with your channel, I'm just gonna preemptively ban somebody. I'll send you what they did in DMs.
Sure, please. Thank you.
I felt that I feel like it's probably prudent for that on your channel preemptively before they go in.
You feel like they would have?
No, I feel like before they come to your channel, it probably, considering the subjects that come up, you know.
That's fair.
Interesting.
What's interesting?
This first scene. I don't know if I should talk about it because it could be spoilers to someone who dares deem it spoilers, but it's a literal first scene. It's very interesting for sure.
Ah, how dare you spoil that there is a first scene. Sorry, I couldn't resist. I go back to my box now.
I love when your proof. I'm sorry, but yes, somebody did actually get banned, and I love when your proof to back your claim up comes from Twitter.
Well, I would do. I'd take Twitter as a first-hand account only if it was like from a quote from like a recognized professional in the field or something like that. But even then, like, you'd still want to have data to back up whatever it is that they say. But how best to say it? I could talk a little bit about self-diagnosis and why it's dangerous.
I would say so. Go for it.
Okay.
Having it come from an actual professional is, much better than us just being like, you shouldn't do that.
So there's a few different things that have to be looked at here. One, an individual knows their mind and their body to a certain extent because you're the one experiencing them after all. So that makes sense. Like, of course it makes sense. Like, you know when you're anxious or you're angry or you're sad or when you're feeling nothing and so on and so forth. But that does not necessitate diagnosis. What a diagnosis is that it is a accumulation of both professional training and conversation with the individual, as well as their own like check marking boxes on assessments and stuff like that help to determine what a final answer is. That's why it's also dangerous if an individual lies on assessments, because ultimately they're only going to end up hurting themselves later on down the line. But when you self-diagnose, and this is why self-diagnosis is so important and damaging, as well as misdiagnosis as well, is because if you truly believe that you have something, then you can actually begin to take on the qualities of what you think that something is, which can lead to a detriment in your life. So, like, for example, if you believe you have generalized anxiety disorder, one of our more common disorders out there, then before you know it, you might begin to feel anxious in situations where you shouldn't be feeling anxious, where you regularly don't feel anxious, because you believe you should be anxious, so therefore you become anxious. Same thing with depression, same thing with bipolar disorder, autism, ADHD, the list goes on and on and on. If you believe you have something, then you are more likely to begin exhibiting those symptoms, even if there's nothing biologically wrong with you.
Mm-hmm.
And that's also why I was saying that's also why misdiagnosis is dangerous, and why I take it very seriously when I diagnose my clients, is because if I label somebody with something, then they could begin to act out that label as well.
Yeah, that's also why it's important to go to a licensed professional for it, because they can, assuming there are actual tests to give empirical evidence of what might be wrong, they can run those tests, whereas you yourself cannot.
Yep. Like, for example, when I was meeting with somebody and I gave them a diagnosis of ADHD, it took me around at least, about a month and a half of visiting with them before I finally felt confident enough to give them that diagnosis. One, because they had consistency of symptoms. Two, we were able to gather enough historical data. Three, I was able to perform assessments with them. And finally, we had discussed and we were able to recognize certain patterns within their life. Then I felt confident enough giving them an ADHD diagnosis.
Like Wostein said, and like I was going to say, it's basically like the placebo effect. It does work both ways.
Yep.
Indeed.
The mind is a powerful thing.
So while I encourage everyone to self-advocate for yourself, especially when it comes to your own experiences, after all, your experiences are your own, you cannot self-diagnose. If you self-diagnose, then you could be putting yourself in a dangerous position and that you don't want to be in, essentially. Talk with your doctor, talk with a professional, let them know what you're feeling and what you're experiencing, and then come to a conclusion together.
Mm-hmm.
That's also why a common thing in the health field is that doctors and nurses tend to make the worst patients.
Indeed. Anyway, there you go, everyone. That's my little stint on self-diagnosis.
Wait, newcomers are arriving in the middle of a storm?
Also, self-diagnosis is especially with the internet, is a slippery slope towards becoming a hypochondriac.
Oh, yeah. Alright, vote for the next group, everybody.
I will say, though, that there are a few very specific times when self-diagnosis can be okay. Like, you recently changed your diet, and now you feel sick. And you look, and some of the ingredients have symptoms, or possible symptoms for overdosing of them that you're having already. And it's like, oh, so then you stop eating that type of food, and you get better. Okay, there you go.
Yeah. Loberon, the mind is an incredibly powerful thing, and it can trick itself into doing all sorts of things that can actually come up in a very biological way. That's why when I'm teaching people coping skills, such as anxiety coping skills and the like, what I'm teaching them to do is helping them to rewire their own brain and perspectives in order to force their biological components into a certain state. So, like, for example, deep breathing. If you deep breathe, that forces you to calm down in a biological way as well. It's not just mental, it's biological. Both of them are intimately intertwined. You affect one, you're inevitably going to be affecting the other. The brain is a physical part of the body, just the same as anything else.
Really? I thought my brain was separate all this time. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there can be some rather silly ones, like in some cultures, for example, they can make themselves so scared and panicked that they end up having a heart attack and dying because they feel like they are being stalked by demons or spirits. In another one, and perhaps this is a bit more lewd, but thankfully both of our chats are 18 plus. There is actually a disorder, I think I want to say over in Asia?
Real quick, Aragon. Yours is
What's up?
officially fully 18 plus now?
For now. I have it marked 18 plus.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure on that.
Yeah, didn't it give you the little prompt when you went in my chat? Or when you came?
I didn't. I haven't looked at that, no.
Oh.
The prompts are hit or miss, unfortunately. Especially if it's a chat you've been in before.
But anyway, what I was saying is the power of the mind. There is actually a disorder out there that I believe it's in Africa or Asia. I'm leaning towards Asia. I can't quite remember. But it's essentially the very firm belief or delusion, if you will. And it can even be considered maybe a cultural belief or delusion, however you want to put it, whereupon the male organ is actually diminishing and retreating essentially into the body. And this causes enormous distress for the individuals who truly believe that this is happening. Like their distress is very genuine. They really do believe it's happening, and on a biological level, it almost appears like it is because, like, you know, for example, they have difficulty performing. It's kind of a tragic thing. So that's why I as a professional, I highly recommend to everybody, please be careful with what you self-diagnose yourself with. Do not self-diagnose if at all possible. Google is a powerful tool, but without professional training, you could be getting yourself into a lot more trouble than you really want to get into.
Hey, Fetch.
And there are so many symptoms that are shared between so many different things that it is very easy to look up some of your symptoms and get a whole big list of stuff that it could be and pick the wrong thing because you don't know enough. And then you start manifesting the other symptoms of that when you start looking up the other symptoms.
Well, and that's not to say that professionals don't make mistakes too. I mean, I'm constantly coming across patients or client charts whereupon they've been diagnosed with something or another, and like they exhibit absolutely no reason for why they should have that. Like, for example, one I came across a while ago was a client had been diagnosed with OCD. Thing is OCD requires ritualization as well as worry connected to those rituals. The client had no fucking rituals that they did. So why the hell were they given an OCD diagnosis?
Weird.
Yeah.
To be honest, though, with that one in particular, I'm not too surprised. Well, I'm a little surprised that a professional did it, but I'm not too surprised that OCD is what was misdiagnosed, because that is so commonly misused.
Well, more than likely, they diagnosed the individual because they believe that the individual was a clean freak, right? Thing is, just being a clean freak does not automatically make you an OCD individual. OCD is a very specific disorder whereupon you perform certain actions in order to prevent anxiety that is related to a belief. And another important thing is that the individual knows that the belief is wrong. I know my family is not going to die in a car crash if I don't wash these dishes 7 times, but to get rid of the anxiety, I'm still going to wash these dishes 7 times because I cannot get rid of that that nagging feeling that maybe that could be the case. Oh, if I don't turn this doorknob 4 times and open and shut the door 3 times afterwards, the planet's going to blow up. I know the planet's not going to blow up. That's a very silly thing, but I can't get rid of the feeling otherwise.
If I don't lock and unlock this deadbolt 6 times after I close the door, I don't think it won't hold. I know it will hold, but I have to do it anyway.
The list goes on, and the rituals can take on a variety of different forms. Everything from counting numbers to, which is a very common one, to exactly how you express yourself in conversation. Like you always have to say, like, emphasize every 3rd word. You always have to take certain routes whenever you drive to the store, stuff like that. A lot of people always think of OCD as like, oh, it's always like the turning of the doorknobs or stuff like that, but it's not always. It can go beyond that. What's important is that an individual connects an action with a worry, and they cannot get rid of the worry unless they perform the action, whatever that action may be.
Yeah, like for your clean freak example, I mean, a clean freak, they could just be a germaphobe. I mean, that with no ritual attached, that doesn't make OCD.
Yeah, I'm doing alright, Fetch. How are you?
I don't know anything about that time frame. By their definition, the worries themselves are not necessarily unrealistic, but implausible. You know your family's most likely not going to die in that car wreck. You know that your husband's not going to suddenly die of a heart attack, most likely. You just can't get rid of the worry otherwise.
Yeah, the intrusive thought thing, that sounds more like anxiety than OCD. Just to me. But I'm not a professional.
Oh, you're on break? Would knocking on wood to ward off bad luck count as OCD if you're panicking if you can't do it, or praying every day? I'll leave that to Rygon to answer.
The best thing I can say is literally any action can be formed as part of a ritual, if not the ritual itself. So you could ask me, what of this, or what of this, or what of this, and the answer would technically be yes. But it depends upon the severity. Does that person, if they're unable to perform the action, have a legitimate anxious crisis? Do they have a panic attack? You know, do they become so immobilized by worry that they are unable to perform their daily activities, or they're going to work, or whatever? Is it clinically significant, in other words?
Out of this batch...
I'm not sure what you're trying to get at, time frame, and I would caution you not to go down that line of thinking, because that's definitely not something I would prefer to talk about on this channel.
I would like the cookhouse, please. Cookhouse, please. I don't need the bakery. I need the cookhouse.
Pets to Arzy.
Namaste, Arzy.
Tasty.
In a reverse card.
Well, yes, Burden Sun, but different recipe, different buildings give me different recipes.
Hey, Seda. Good to see ya.
Seda! Hello!
I love physics!
Indeed, Loberon. And more than likely, because you thought you had one thing, you most likely you view the symptoms on a much more severe level than they otherwise might have been. And that's why it's very important that people don't diagnose themselves, self-diagnose, because there can be very, very subtle differences between certain diagnoses that people just aren't aware of.
Like, for example, the one we were just talking about, OCD, I know a lot of people that just think it is nothing more than, you know, you need to just clean. You need to... It's not the ritual part of it. They just look at the... Yeah, they're obsessive about that. They have to do it a certain way, and it's like, that's not all of it.
Like, I'm slightly obsessive about not having odd-numbered money, or odd-numbered anything, really. But that doesn't make it OCD. It
Well, because
disturbs
you're not
me quite a bit,
tying-
yes, but not to a clinical...
Well, just because you have numbered money, or you do or do not have numbered money, probably does not attach itself to a certain kind of fear. If you don't
Yeah,
have that
no.
numbered money, your family was going to be mugged or something like that.
Yeah, no, it doesn't tie into a specific fear. It
Serial
just
Khan does a big
makes me
ball.
anxious and annoyed and stuff if I have
Yeah.
odd numbers. Or it's not just money either, it's really anything.
Mm-hmm.
Like if
And
it's
so
more
most
than one and
likely I
it's
would
an
describe
odd
that to a
number, it's
different
like no.
diagnosis.
No,
you guys
this
are
is not okay. Oh, sorry.
More than likely, I would probably diagnose that as something else then. That doesn't sound like OCD
Yeah,
to me.
yeah, that's what I was saying. That may be an obsessive behavior, but it is not OCD.
Yeah. If I had to take a guess, I'd probably go with maybe ASD.
ASD?
Autism spectrum disorder.
Ah.
You sometimes see that kind of behavior there. Have you ever been diagnosed with that?
No, not that I'm aware of.
You have ADHD though, right?
Yep.
They can be co-occurring. You could just be super high functioning. No, it's not obviously to label you or anything like that. That would require a lot more explanation, but this is just a postulation on my part.
Yeah, that's fine. And I have a... I can never remember which of these is which, so I apologize if I misuse the term, but either psychologist or psychiatrist that I see regularly, whichever one of those two can prescribe medications.
Psychiatrist.
Okay, psychiatrist then that I see regularly and get my prescriptions from, so if I'm going to have a diagnosis, it's going to be coming from him, so, but yeah.
Yeah. I mean, most that I can do is I can just ask you a few questions and see how you answer.
Yeah.
How's your eye contact?
What eye contact?
Real quick.
Go ahead.
How are you, Seda? Just wanted to ask that real quick.
Sure. So you find it uncomfortable to make eye contact with individuals?
For more than a few seconds, yeah.
Okay. Has anyone ever called you machine-like?
Very, very rarely.
Okay. Do people tend to be off-put when they like expect you to be like happy, sad, or whatever? Do anybody ever act like off-put by your reaction sometimes?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me think. What else could I ask? Do you find yourself needing to perform certain routines, and if you aren't able to perform that routine, you feel uncomfortable?
No, I don't really have any real routines that I do.
When was the last major change in your life?
Before COVID.
Okay. So was it like moving houses or school or getting a new job or anything like that?
When I got to start working from home.
Okay. That was a pretty significant change for you?
Yeah, because I no longer had to go into the office, and I basically never go out except to get my prescription meds anymore. So
Apothecary, please, guys.
How did it feel to have that significant change happen?
Felt nice once I got to here. I mean, it was a little bit scary at first, but now that I'm doing it, I don't want to go back. That scares the hell out of me.
When you were younger, did you ever change schools?
Nope. Well,
did you ever
graduate? So, not exactly change schools. I was part of a school district that was like 2 or 3 towns combined.
Mhm.
So it was 3 different school buildings. But
That's
I
fair.
never actually like moved away to a different school or anything.
Okay. How did it feel to change classes then?
Well, once I was properly medicated, I pretty well just kept to myself, so it didn't matter too much to me because I didn't really know the people anyway.
That's fair. What is your favorite thing in the whole world?
My cat.
Okay. Why don't you tell me a little bit about your cat?
She's adorable and pudgy and very soft, and right now is staring at my laundry like she's expecting it to move and attack her.
What species is she, if you happen to know?
I have no idea. I rescued her. She was abandoned by some people who moved out and left her.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So I'm going to take all this information here, and I'm going to say there's a possibility there.
Mm-hmm.
The reason why we call ASD autism spectrum disorder is because it can manifest itself in a lot of different ways. So I was kind of giving you a very like throwing out the net, seeing what we caught sort of a series of questions.
Yeah.
And from the sounds of it, you have some uncomfortability with routine change. Not as much as you might see in an individual who's more severe, but there's some there. The eye contact thing, that's obviously, you know, that's a pretty big hallmark for ASD. Though it can also be a hallmark for anxiety as well, obviously.
Yeah.
And when I ask you your favorite thing, usually, you know, an individual with ASD, they'll go off on something or another, which is another hallmark.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead, Zim.
I just want to point out for those out there that are listening and such, this isn't necessarily Rykon giving an actual official diagnosis. This is just kind of like some possibilities kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just for everybody at home to know for sure on that.
Yeah, no actual clinical diagnostics happening here, just a couple of friends talking, basically.
Pretty much.
And possibilities.
What I would recommend is maybe to look into it a little bit more with your psychiatrist, and just simply explore the possibility for just a quick second. They know you a lot better than I do. If I were to ever make an official diagnosis, I'd have to meet you face to face in order to get an idea of how your behavior is in the office, as well as gather historical data. But it might be worth exploring and seeing if something's there. It might not necessarily be ASD. It could be something else or something more adjacent, but you never know.
Mm-hmm.
Wolstein, I would say your favorite thing is the fact that you don't try to create vulnerabilities. Just because it's not the typical, you know, listing off a whole line of trains or wrestlers or something like that does not necessarily mean that the behavior, the obsessive behavior, isn't related to ASD. What if you don't know what your FAV thing is? Then I would just simply adjust the line of questioning to figure out what else could be going on. Simply stating what an individual's favorite thing is just kind of a shortcut way to get to it, but let's say the person doesn't know about it, then I would simply go over maybe some of the more common topics, and we would explore it, and we'd see how the individual reacted. Hey, what do you know about race cars? Or what is your favorite, what do you have a sport that you like? Hey, what about a video game? What was the last video game you completed? You know, did you have a movie that you like watching, and the list goes on and on and on.
Rank up. Hold the line.
Hello,
This
Rabbit.
hamlet shall not fall.
Oh, all right, Seda. I hope
Rabbit
you
Blitz
sleep
raided
well.
my stream with 5 viewers.
Glad you were able to take the evening nice, though. I hope you had a nice evening. And Blitz! Hello there, you precious Banui, you.
You're fine, Loberon. You're not bothering me. I'm answering these questions my own free will.
Oh, you mean we're not holding you? You mean we're not holding you at gunpoint for these?
No, I would just simply say, all right, I'm done answering and end it. Right.
How was your stream, Blitz? Welcome in, everybody. I am Razim. We do all sorts of things here. Right now, we are barely surviving against the storm. Oh, geez. This is not good. This is not good at all. Max priority. Please build that thing now. Hey, some newcomers. I don't know. First group, I think. Blitz, you are the cutie. I am the knight.
Well, I guess Arm got wrapped up in this thing. Guess we're not going to be doing that Death of Legends tonight. That is unfortunate.
Joke.
I asked for the first group. Oh well, I can make do with that. Guys, this is priority. Please get to this first.
Wostein_oil has turned Rygon into a Smeargle. They can only talk like that Pokemon for 2 minutes.
Smeargle. Smeargle.
Rather fitting for what you're trying to do.
Smeargle.
For those that don't know, Rygon is trying to do some art over there. At least I think you're still doing that.
Mm-hmm. Smeargle.
Which makes Smeargle a great Pokemon for that.
Yeah.
Where is armor class? Armor class. Ah, there it is.
Smeargle. Oh.
Ooh, that small press would be really nice, guys. That would be really nice.
Kinda.
Wostein_oil has turned Razim into a Rotom. They can only talk like that Pokemon for 2 minutes.
Smeargle.
Rotom.
Opens up the Zim, puts in cold soda for chill later. Closes door.
Rotom.
Oh boy, can't wait to have my cold soda. If anything happened to it, I'd have to kill a mofo.
Rotom? Rotom?
I'm
I
opening up the
agree.
door now.
I am concerned.
Slams door shut. Rotom!
Oh, you silly Rotom. I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm gonna reach in for my cold drink now, okay?
Rotom!
Opens up door.
Runs away.
My drink! The thing I've been waiting to have all day.
Rotom!
Oh, you silly Rotom. Use this Pokeball to resummon you back.
Rotom!
And now it's time for me to open up the door a third time. Do not run away. Do not slam it shut.
Rotom!
Opens up my door.
Rotom. There's my drink.
The forest is so lonely. What do you mean by that? There's lots of people here.
Wostein_oil says, when you forget to specify hold when you give your Pokemon a drink.
Oh, we're back to the drizzle. Cool. Get back to chopping!
What does the angry artist say?
I command pure chaos! Kinda.
Wostein_oil has turned Rin the formerly Catatow into a timber. They can only talk like that Pokemon for 2 minutes.
Timber?
Rinber.
Ah, yes, Timber. It's Gen 5 Pokemon fighting type. Imagine little dude holding a chunk of wood. And I do mean a nice, slim, square-cut chunk of wood. I do mean that, by the way.
Does anyone have any guesses as to the answer of the joke?
What joke?
Timber.
What does the angry artist say?
Oh, I just said.
Well, I know. Anyone else?
No. I don't know what to say.
They say, that's it! This is where I'm drawing the line! No.
Wow.
If you have worries that you suffer from any kind of a mental illness, go in to see a professional time frame. That's what we just literally talked about.
Yeah.
As for normality, I don't know. I haven't written about a lot of characters with mental illnesses.
By the way, Rin, the bloop bloop means that it's done.
Ah. Thank you.
Of course.
Still undershooting.
Going to remove them eating this. Yeah. Those only go into pies.
Hello, Sirio. How do you talk to a doctor? What do you say? How do you know what to say? How do you get them to get what you mean? It's actually fairly simple. There's two things you got to remember when it comes to working with a doctor. One, you self-advocate. Your experiences are your own experiences. You do not allow them to just simply, how best to say it? Gaslight you into believing that your experiences are not your own. You state very clearly, these are my experiences, these are my concerns, let's talk about them. You don't allow them to just simply dismiss them. The second thing is that if they still try to dismiss your concerns, you say that I want you to put it on my official record that this is exactly what you're doing and why. Usually if you say that, they're going to begin to take you a lot more seriously. But literally, if you're just having a conversation with your doctor, with any mental health professional, just talk about it. Advocate for yourself. Let them know what's going on. Don't hold things back just because you're embarrassed or you're ashamed.
I would like to add a third thing to that, which is be
What's that?
truthful.
Well, yeah, that's what I just said.
Yeah, well, yeah, you said self-advocate and stuff, but, like, don't exaggerate things if that's not how it is. Don't make things up. Don't try to self-diagnose to them or suggest things. Let them do their job, and you just tell them what's up from your perspective, basically. What's happening with you.
I would like the brickyard, please.
You say that's easier said than done, Serio? Well, yeah, it is. I'm not going to deny that. It's easier to talk about it than it is to actually do it. But the simple fact of the matter is if you don't do it, then you're not getting the full quality of care that you need and that you deserve. You have to push past that.
One thing I do want to specify here, do remember that what Rygon is saying pertains to the US. A lot of it can be put off to, a lot of it can apply globally, but not all of it.
Well, for this case, this is a global phenomenon.
Well, yeah, I just want to specify that, though. Because I know in Serio's case, he's from Germany, so...
Yeah. But no, talking to your doctor is the same everywhere. You self-advocate. You have to. And sure, while it might be a bit more difficult than in other cases, if you don't, then you're only hurting yourself, honestly. There is something to be actually noted when it comes to low income, or God, what do they call it? Middle class, lower class. When it comes to lower class individuals, this is actually a very difficult thing for those kind of individuals to do. And that is strictly because if you keep your head low when it comes and you just agree with everything that authority says, you don't get into trouble. You don't have to deal with the uncomfortableness of the situation. Middle class and upper class individuals, however, talk on an equal level with whomever it is that they are talking with, whether it's a doctor, a dentist, or whatever. So try to kind of keep that in mind as well, is that you may have been legitimately trained as a child and even as an adult to just stick in your road. But the thing is that if you stay there, then you're essentially putting yourself in the gutter of a bowling alley. You're going to go down one route and you're going to not hit any of the cones you need.
Okay.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's even a little bit more than just simply a first step, Lobron, though you're certainly not wrong. It's a cooperative effort. You know your body and your mind. They have the professionalism in order to determine how to interpret that. If either one does not step forward in order to utilize their knowledge, then you're essentially not getting the full picture and you risk misdiagnosis or other difficulties.
Duke.
I keep missing the line.
Oh, fun tip I learned the other day. For artist canvas, they do not use a pure white canvas. They use like a tinted, so it's easier on the eyes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that's just it, Lobron. It shouldn't take an individual having a mental breakdown to finally get the help you need. If you don't self-advocate, then you're not going to be solving the problem. That's something that I teach my clients time and time again. You have to self-advocate. You got to take a stand for yourself because nobody's going to do it for you.
If you don't start by helping yourself, no one else will help you either.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah, well, that is something that I have dealt with as well. For me, I have red hair. And this is separate from, you know, what you guys are talking about, but apparently being a redhead means that I actually have feel pain a lot sharper than others do. Something about the genetics that causes it. And I found that out from my dentist when I was like 30 or something, somewhere around there. Like really late into my life, I finally found out about this. It's like, where were you my entire life when I'm sitting there like, this is hurting. I need more anesthetic, please.
That's one of the reasons why redheads are considered to be explosive or very emotionally charged individuals, is because they feel things more acutely than other people. Emotional and physical pain are both processed in the exact same area of the brain. So, if you're experiencing that kind of pain, it makes sense that you're going to react differently.
Yeah, definitely not fun.
Oh yeah, I can imagine.
I dread the dentist. What's up?
I keep missing the dot. It's infuriating.
I too find it hard to get to the point sometimes.
Really? I thought you just missed the
That
dot
was
because it's a laser sight instead of an actual, dot.
I'm doing this on tablet, so it's a lot harder.
Nah, if it was a laser pointer, I'd be all over that.
You'd think so. Oh. Umbreon. Umbreon.
For me, Wostein, I can't physically just suffer silently. In a lot of... When it comes to things like the drilling on my teeth and such, because the teeth can be so sensitive. I am just incapable of taking that silently at all.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Zoro, they,
Umbreon.
They give me over the max amount that they safely can, and even then I still wind up feeling it a lot. What? Oh, missed the dot.
Just having trouble.
I'm usually the same way too, but I don't have red hair.
Well, Umbreon.
Like, when I first had my teeth pulled and they gave me Novocaine shot, well, second time they tried to give me Novocaine shot, I'm also, I don't know the name for it, but very, very afraid of needles, for no reason. And panicked and flailed so much, I gave the dentist the first shot.
Oh my god.
But anyway, yeah, after they finally got the Novocaine in me, and then started pulling my teeth, I'm pretty sure they heard me through half the town. Because I could feel everything. And then the next time, they gave me so much laughing gas that I could not tell my bottom jaw was attached. I literally asked my mom what happened to my bottom jaw.
Hello?
Umbreon.
Rawr.
You can only talk like an Umbreon.
Oh.
Yeah.
Umbreon.
Me and Lyndon just now finished our game, and I'm like half asleep. But if you guys are on tomorrow, I will gladly hop on. I'm just like, bleh.
Umbreon.
Oh.
He said Umbreon in a happy tone. I assume that means yes.
Or does it mean he's planning on killing me in a very happy mood?
Possibly. He could also be planning to propose to you again.
Abrian.
He said that in a very seductive tone.
No, thank you.
Oh, man.
Not ready for that kind of relationship.
Now he is sad.
Besides, we've already found out my problem on why I can never get a boyfriend. Me and Ashley were talking about it. She's my best friend manager. I am milk sexual. All my love is only for milk.
Alright.
I can believe it. You have no fucking clue how much milk he drinks.
For my birthday, Chim got me a gallon of milk.
We get a gallon of milk in the house, and it is gone within about 2, maybe 3 days if we're lucky. Right now in that fridge, there are 4 gallons of milk, and I... Did you already...
One of them I bought. One is mine from the birthday. I already drank the one I bought. And then there's one I'm not allowed to touch.
You
So there's only
can't
2
touch
left.
mine, too.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Don't touch mine. Mine's the great value one.
Okay.
I need that for my diet stuff. I couldn't afford the
Please,
normal
John.
2 gallons this
Well,
time.
there's no gallons in the fridge.
I just fucking got it today.
What?
I just got it today.
Oh, there's never been any milk in the fridge.
No.
Lobo Rod, Orb is not my boyfriend. That is Kerr.
He's not my type.
Yeah, I'm too fat.
No. You're not in a jug with a label of milk.
Oh, that.
Did you make him cry? What, you... Sir, you...
Who?
Oh, damn it.
Who do you think is crying?
I'm crying.
heard-
He told me I can't have milk.
Just
Gosh
not
darn, I
that
got
one
to.
jug. It is for... Just no.
Oh, for the love of... Okay, you know what? You know what?
You Dareth,
You know
What's
what?
up?
Cat, no.
I'm upset.
Just it.
I'm extremely
Why are you
upset.
upset?
Cat's gonna go drink your milk.
Opportunity attacks. So you know what I'm gonna do? Matt? Oh, she has 3 opportunity attacks on her.
I do.
You know what? No.
Yeah.
No, give me a moment. Stand over here. Where is it? Where is it? There. Oh, it's alive. Nothing? Enter.
Alright, Stream Tornadoes! Rygon,
What's up?
you're cute.
Ah, try.
Agree. Raygon cute.
Oh, confident.
RZ.
Thank you, Loberon.
What?
Pat 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 pat.
Blah.
A ghost. And stretch and
Rygon's not
hydrate.
mad at...
Okay. What's up?
Orem, I
Would I be
can
mad?
barely hear you. But no, Rygon is not mad at you.
Why would I be mad?
I don't know why you'd be mad, Rygon.
I always worry that people are mad at me.
Big
You're
stretch.
good. You're a good boy.
Norm's fine. If he's talking about the Death of Legends thing, I mean, I've been busy the whole time, so it's not like I was sitting here just waiting.
I know that.
I know how to entertain myself.
You know that. Orem is special. Also, I'm just taking this one because I need it for one of the orders. I guess both of them would have worked, but oh well. And those two... Oh, I only need one of them. Okay, cool.
Alright, I think I filled up a page of these stupid lines.
Wait, what? How did I take damage? How the frick did I take damage?
Ow!
I took...
Can a treat stream to send Orem a jug of milk? No.
Oh, burning damage, of course. God freaking nah.
Orem's got a job. I'm the one in need of support right now. Your packs have been sent, whoa. Good luck. Oh, also the shadow form ran out. Orem cuter. Oh. Give me that spark caster. I think that's the one I want.
Alrighty. Well, how long did that take? Too long.
How would I want to move this rock?
Ah, we got it! We unlocked the foxes! Majestic
happy.
and mysterious creatures, deeply bonded with the forest. They evolved a symbiosis with blight rot through long exposure to rainwater. which cause some visible side effects. Foxes are skilled scouts and feel comfortable working with rainwater. They are highly susceptible to starvation. I also unlocked the beanery for Alchemist Hut. Without restrictions, villagers have a 10% higher chance of producing double yields, but consumption control is disabled. Oh no. And cheap construction. All buildings cost 40% less, but every newly discovered resource node has -5 fewer charges. Oh, interesting. Win a game having gained at least 5 reputation points through resolve. Oh, nice. Victory through resolve. What do you mean, whoa?
Is that hard?
Is what hard?
To win a game with resolve with the 5 points.
Yes. People like to be very, very picky and annoying and frustrating.
Ah. Yeah, that sounds about right for people. Present company excluded, of course.
Better lines than you do. Very nice. I'm trying, Wolstein. I'm trying. My lines are still missing their marks, but we're getting there. I'm sure if I had somebody critique it, they'd probably just tell me to redo it.
I can very much be very picky.
Yeah, you picked all of us after all.
Uh-huh.
And I wouldn't give you all up for anything. Then again, those eggs you're offering are very tempting.
Hey there Azim, just thought you should know that Wostein_oil thinks you're cute.
Aww, thank you.
Hey Razim, Wostein_oil is sending you a hug.
Well, thank you. And now to adjust the card.
I know dragons with feet like rabbits. 'Tis true, I swear.
Wostein_oil demands the beans.
Should we do the next exercise or do a free writing or free drawing for a little bit?
Well, I will give you the bean cam, but I'm going to send that card back because I am actually going to be ending here. So you can save it for another time.
Stay up forever.
No, I've got my early day tomorrow.
No. But if you go to sleep, then that'll be one less person to keep me company.
Well, maybe you should get some proper sleep.
No, I slept for a good long while. I'm good.
Wostein_oil is giving a big lick to Azidu.
Well, either way, I will be right back. Clap.
Thank you, everybody, for joining me today for Against the Storm. Check out our
Oh, yeah.
website, zgfgaming.com. We've got links for our Discord, Telegram, Mastodon. I'm not promoting the Twitter anymore. Mastodon, and yes, you have been licked. And Patreon. They're on the website as well as down in the description below through our link tree. Thank you to my patrons, tippers, and subscribers. It is because of your support that I'm able to continue bringing these streams to you all. I really cannot do this without your guys' help and support, so thank you. Consider becoming a patron over at patreon.com/zgfgaming. It is one of the best ways to support the channel, though you can also do so by simply sharing the stream around, as well as coming by and hanging out, and just continuing to be the awesome beans that you are. But for now, thank you all so much for joining, and I bid you the most fondest adieu. Good night, everybody.